So I'm thinking about where I go from here. Do I talk about Cam Newton? Do I talk about Cam Newton's play on the field? Do I talk about his body language off it? Do I talk about his attitude? Do I talk about whether or not there are legitimate causes for concern in that franchise about him? Or do I talk about the Steelers and the Bengals and that game last night? Or do I instead talk about Chris Johnson and whether or not he's back? Or do I talk about that great play that Malcolm Jenkins made? I mean, there's so many things in the NFL that I could talk about. And I do want to talk about something from the NFL, but it's none of that. And actually, a lot of you are directing this conversation. I could go to any one of those matchups, any one of those games, but a lot of you are emailing about that extremely bizarre commercial. I'm going to paraphrase a memorable jungle caller. I want to talk about Sunday Night Football, but I don't want to talk about the Steelers or the Bengals or Big Ben. I want to talk about Big Brad Pitt's Chanel commercial. What was he doing there?
It's not a journey. Every journey ends, but we go on.
I'll tell you what he was doing.
The world turns and we turn with it.
Excuse me, Brad. Didn't mean to step on you. I'll get back to you in a minute.
Over.
I'll tell you what he was doing. What the guy was doing was messing with my head. 1 second, I'm sitting there and I'm doing some work and I'm watching that game, doing what I do on a Sunday night. The next second, I'm seeing a black and white Brad Pitt whimsically droning through some sort of sonnet or something.
It's not a journey. Every journey ends, but we go on. The world turns and we turn with it. Plans disappear. Dreams take over. But wherever I go, there you are. My luck, my fate, my fortune. Chanel number 5. Inevitable.
Inevitable and unbearable. Hey, look, I respect this guy. I think he's typically a pretty cool actor. But that is Pitt's lamest sellout since he lent his voice to Happy Feet 2. What is that? How weird was that? It's not a journey. It's inevitable. Chanel, I mean, look, I'm not in that business. I really don't know what they're doing. Somehow they managed to corral and land one of the world's biggest stars. I mean, great. You got the big yes. You got the green light. I mean, that's awesome. What do we do with this guy? I can't believe it. He's going to do it. Oh, I know. Let's let him stand there with a straight face and mumble some random metaphors about life for 30 seconds. Good idea. I mean, who are you trying to sell? You trying to sell women? Let the dude take his shirt off or go ride a horse or swing or something. Anything. Look, I understand that huge movie stars make huge coin for hawking products in foreign countries, but they go to foreign countries to do it so nobody here sees it. And it doesn't kill their rep or their brand. You know, like I understand these guys could probably make as much doing a 30-second soda commercial in Japan as they can for doing a 3-month movie shoot in the U.S. I get that. But what was that spot doing running on a Sunday night in prime time in the United States? It's almost like somebody made a mistake. Like somebody hit the wrong button and ran that commercial in America instead of Germany. I was waiting on a Leonardo DiCaprio toothpaste commercial before the end of the night. And you're going to advertise that to dudes, football fans, Sunday Night Football, Brad Pitt doing that? Hugh Jackson in a fighting robot movie can't believe that Brad Pitt was in a cologne commercial.
Let's make some money!
Let's make some money. Inevitable. Life is about making money. Life is about making as much money as possible. Life is a journey to the bank. Life is about doing whatever you possibly can to make as much money as you can with the smallest amount of work possible. Making money is inevitable.
Inevitable.
And so is my selling out. Life is about checking your balance at the ATM and having it say $500 million and then leaving the receipt right there on the ATM so the next sucker can see it.
My fortune.
Life is about being so rich. I mean, that's why you're doing it, my man. For your fortune.
My fortune.
Not as big as it used to be. I've got a ton of kids.
There you are.
Spending like crazy. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. The only thing missing from that is 30 pieces of silver.
Inevitable.
Unbearable. Greatest sellout ever. Life is a journey. To the bank. The blood bank. Man, that was weird. The thing about being that guy is you don't need to make choices like that when you're that guy at that point in your career. Essentially, then you can pick whatever you want. Or so I thought.
Plans disappear.
I don't know about you. Normally, during the course of any single weekend or any course of any single game, my phone will start blowing up like, yo, you see that? You're talking about that, right? You're going to hit that, right? Normally, it's not over a commercial mid-season. But I was getting more reaction from that than anything that happened, certainly during that game. That, to me, I said it last night on Twitter. I hope the guys on NBC break that down at halftime because that was the most interesting part of the first half. Hey, look, I know those two, he and Angie, have a lot of kids, and I applaud them for that. But those two have made a lot of movies and made a lot of money. So much so that they don't need to do things like that. What did you think when you saw that? That was Tyler Durden. That was the guy from Fight Club.
It's not a journey.
Oh, it's a journey, all right. A journey to the quickest possible sellout imaginable and then right to the bank. Hello, Mr. Pitt. A deposit? Yep. That's a mighty fat check.
My fortune.
You would not believe how little I had to do to get that check. Hey, Brad, this is the folks from Chanel. Got this idea. We black and white the spot. You sit in front of a camera. You read for 30 seconds. You get paid multi-millions and you bust the hell out. It probably won't take more than 10 minutes. In fact, don't even read. In fact, your world. You make it up. You can make up whatever comes to mind and just say it. It won't take more than 15 minutes, I promise. We'll probably have you out of there in 10 minutes. Here's something I'd like to try. Are we rolling? Yes, Brad? Go. Yeah, life's a journey. And so is making money. I love money. See you suckers later. That's it. That's all I got.
Inevitable.